Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I present to you a groundbreaking solution that has the potential to revolutionize the facilities management, Global Integrated Facilities Management Contract Agreement, GiFM, and general conditions of contract for integrated facilities management services. Researchers claim that currently, the facilities management profession is a billion-dollar industry. This figure stands to increase exponentially if the effects of climate change, such as earthquakes and hurricanes, which ravage urban areas, are anything to go by. These figures are thus very attractive to investors. For years, practitioners of facilities management have managed contracts with limited knowledge of the conditions of contract for administering contracts. As a result of this limited knowledge, facilities management vendors have taken advantage of existing contractual loopholes to either fail to meet their contractual obligations, defrauding the employer, or frustrating the contract. On one hand, such outcomes have occasioned devastating financial losses to an organization. On the other hand, critics of facilities management seem to hold evidence that the venture of facilities management practice is costly. Indeed, no chief executive officer of any organization will want to plan for a budget for facilities management services if the outcome will be jaw-dropping losses. Such has been the cost of this limited knowledge of general conditions of contract for facilities management services. The Global Integrated Facilities Management, GiFM, contract, thus, gives the practitioners of facilities management a wide range of conditions of contract that are not only robust to the vagaries of contract management but also add values to integrated services of facilities management. Moreover, the clauses are unique in the sense that they are strategic, innovative, accountable, versatile, responsive to disputes, and have a 21st century outlook.
How are these clauses strategic?
The GiFM contract gives prominence to facilities management strategy, as capital-intensive projects can only be executed if they are a byproduct of a corporate strategic objective. Therefore, the clause on the strategic facility plan explains the contract administrative issues that the contract must address to effectively execute the facilities management strategy.
How are these clauses accountable?
The GiFM contract took cognizance of the fact the FM industry is a multi-billion-dollar business, and as such, it becomes inevitable for accountability to take center stage. In this regard, the document envisaged an oversight committee constituted by the employer called the Facilities Management Oversight Board. The singular objective of this board is to assist the owner of the facilities to account for every resource used in administering the facilities management contract.
How are these clauses innovative?
The GiFM contract introduces new ideas in the practice of contract management in facilities management. These innovations include the Service Level Agreement Implementation Framework, Facilities Display Board, Emergency Orders, Suspension Orders, Contractor's Final Report, and the State of Facilities Annual Report.
How are these clauses versatile?
The facilities management industry is yet to take deep roots in its practice, and therefore, what may apply to one FM contract may not apply to another FM contract. In this regard, Clause 48 of the GiFM contract offers the parties to the contract an opportunity to tailor-make the general conditions of contract to suit their contractual needs. This means parties can delete, modify, or even add clauses, special conditions, and schedules to make the contract fit for purpose.
What is the 21st century relevance?
It is robust in response to global issues such as climate change, child labor, terror attacks, human trafficking, and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Clause 22 highlights this aspect. Clause 44 foresees the aftermath of destructive fire, terror attack, and abnormal weather occurrences such as flash flooding and hurricanes, which are all too common in this century. Lives have tragically been lost through terror attacks and destructive fires in buildings, where there was a possibility of saving them. Whereas this clause is not a magic wand to these global problems in facilities, it offers an avenue that can be used to manage a business case when the inevitable happens. By doing so, lives and loss of business can be saved.
How are these clauses responsive to disputes?
Leading agencies in the construction sector indicate a considerable amount of money is used in settling construction-related disputes. In facilities management, this amount increases exponentially simply because FM services cut across the board. They include construction, engineering, financial services, procurement services, security services, human resource services, and the list continues. To this end, the GiFM contract has a proviso for settlement of disputes. Clause 47 spells out the arbitration clause and how parties can constitute an arbitral tribunal. Besides, a dispute avoidance and adjudication board is constituted to neutralize potential disputes. This GiFM contract document and general conditions of contract, therefore, will facilitate in the effective implementation of an integrated facilities management services contract.